Hey guys, this is another review, and today we're going to be reviewing Jurassic World. I'm sorry I don't have the DVD. Anyway, so I'm going to get right to it now. So, the show starts off with the two dinosaur eggs, and one of them is the Indominus Rex. Well, actually two of them are, and they're both hatching. And there's a sibling that's close, that's a relative or to the Indominus Rex, and so that scene cuts off after a while, and you can just see its claws and everything. So it cuts off to the boy and his older brother, who's a teenager. He's looking at dinosaur pictures through a one of those things. He's looking at dinosaur pictures, whatever you call that thing. But he's looking at them, and then it's time. His mother says it's time to go, so they arrive at the park, and it looks amazing. Like, my opinion is it looks very amazing. Like, he's on a train, and then everybody starts crowding on the front, and then he's taking a look, and the kid's taking a look, and then all of a sudden you hear the original music from the first Jurassic Park come on, and it just, well, the words on Jurassic World are like blue now, they're not red. So the park, it's like amazing. They don't have those cars, they got like a train on train tracks. I'm building it in Minecraft. I'm going to be doing some Minecraft videos, but yeah, that keeps you updated. Well, yeah, so they arrive at the park in a hotel room that faces off the front of the parkway, and they see it, and his aunt, and in the lab, the aunt is there, and the aunt works for it, and she's like almost like the boss, and she tells them what to do. And there's this really cool guy in a Jurassic Park t-shirt. He's got all like his desktop is just all dinosaurs and everything. And then after that, the aunt can't take care of the kids because she's working, but she says maybe she'll show them the lab room. But then she's getting somebody else to take care of them. So it happens to be like one of the babysitters around the park or whatever. She was in here the first one, I just didn't mention her in the beginning. But yeah, so she takes them to the baby area to watch the kids on baby Triceratops. And for some reason, you can see this kid holding baby Triceratops, or a baby long neck dinosaur starts hugging the neck. Anyways, so then they start to get bored, so the girl's not paying attention. She's talking on her cell phone, so they decide to sneak into the T-Rex kingdom. Now when they get to the T-Rex kingdom, you see a guy on a crow's nest inside the cage, and you see all these redwood trees and all of it. The guy lights up a flare, throws it towards a goat, and then out comes a grayish-brownish Tyrannosaurus Rex. And yes, it is a T-Rex from the original Jurassic Park. Don't know if you can see that too good. But she is much older now, and she just devoured that thing, that goat there. So then, they move on to the Mosasaurus, that big water dinosaur, and with the shark hanging over. And that big water dinosaur comes up and boom! It's just so, I jumped at the theater when that happened. Anyways, so about the story. So what the girl did, just getting into detail right now. So after they did all of that, they goes to Owen Grady. He lives by Jurassic Park across the river in his bungalow with a motorcycle. He's cleaning off the motorcycle, and the girl made a genetically modified dinosaur. Yeah. I don't know if you guys seen the trailer. Trailer 1. You guys are trying to figure out what the dinosaur looks like by the spikes on the shadow at the last part of the trailer. So people are saying it's a Dibolus Rex or whatever you call it. In fact, it's something different, more designed differently. Yes, it is mixed with a raptor, I know that, and a cuttlefish, I know that, but it was something different. So he goes and tells Owen Grady about that thing, so he decides to come over to see what the thing is. They noticed a crack. When they got there, they noticed a crack in the wall of the in the wall, or the glass part of where she watches the dinosaur. And like they were at Jurassic Park, the dinosaurs were all female. So there's a crack in the glass. Then she notices these marks. She had to fly in a helicopter to get there with this guy who owns the park. Owen Grady notices the scratch marks on the 40-foot wall, and so they think he climbed out. So she climbed out. So they go down there into the cage, thinks that it can climb over a 40-foot wall, saying that what kind of dinosaur did they cook up in that lab? But no, it's too smart for that. It's still in the cage, and it was just running after them, and that's how it wanted to get out. It wanted them to get scared so they can open up the door so we can run free. And good thing he put oil on him underneath the car so we wouldn't smell him. But he got off, and the tracking device was clawed off in the middle of the forest, so they sent the military guys that worked for it, Jurassic World, to go after it. And yeah, they just figure out how she clawed the tracking device off. And she's still out there. Then the boys go on a ride, which is this bubble thing that rolls around, and they're looking at Triceratops, and it has no track. It should have a track. Like, they can't just let them roam free. But they go into the forests where all those ones with the armored, like, fist-like tails. I forget what they're called. I know a lot about dinosaurs since I was 4. I just can't remember the name. Anyways, so they say that there's 5 dinosaurs. He said there's 5 dinosaurs. He's like, are you deaf? Are you blind? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is actually a shadow of the Indominus Rex. Yep, not Dibolus Rex. Indominus Rex. All white. Red eyes. And it sort of clawed the thing. It tipped it over. It was banging it. They got out. They started running. They ran away after it. And he was running, I don't know, after him or battling with that other dinosaur. And so, I don't know, they got out. They jumped right off of the cliff with a waterfall. And just before the dinosaur got him, that was so intense. And yeah, so back at the lab. The people from the lab come out, which is that girl and Owen Grady, notice that the dinosaurs, well, the long-necked dinosaurs are all killed because that thing's killing for sport. That's what Owen Grady said. All of a sudden, he knows a lot about these dinosaurs. So he's killing for sport. What a weird thing. I don't know what kind of dinosaur they cooked up in that lab. But yeah, it killed for sport. And so the kids make it to an old garage where the old Jurassic Park Jeeps were. He figured he could work it by changing the battery. He fixed the battery or something, made it work, and they were still looking for it. They found it with the helicopter. There's a helicopter that these military people were on. They started shooting at it with a helicopter with big javelin guns, or whatever you call them, and they kind of they kind of crashed into the pterodon cage, and all of them got out, and they witnessed it. So the 2 kids on the Jeep floored it because they was right behind them. And so yeah, the pterodactyls end up going to the park. They end up going to the park. They went to the park, and what happened was they were picking up, and the babysitter they picked up, and that big mosasaurus came up and boom, just got her and the babysitter and the pterodon and just ate them. So now you got these raptors. I forgot to mention them earlier, but raptors, Blue, Delta, Echo, Charlie, just getting trained. They're trained raptors, but there's this evil guy that wants to use them to save lives on military forces, or whatever you call them, to save lives, to take down all the dinosaurs, which Owen Grady thinks that's a bad idea, but Owen Grady does it his way and does that badass thing with the motorcycle, and the two raptors, or the four raptors, running like so awesome. That was so good CGI, and that was just great. And they find it, they're shooting at it, the raptors come towards it to try and attack, but then it's part raptor, so obviously it speaks to them, and they switch sides and attack people, and they have to make it back to the park, and the raptors are attacking in the lab and all that, and that guy's in there, he's like, yes, we are designing other dinosaurs to hide against military forces, and all that, and he eventually gets eaten by Blue. Then they distract him with the Dilophosaurus hologram, and they go outside there, and Blue's there again, and all of them are surrounding each other, and then he's growling. Then once he takes the thing off, and all that, then all of a sudden he comes back.